Hello there, welcome to video blog number, I think it's 8. And this week's video blog is all about travelling, which is part of the job of an actor. I'm travelling away from my home of Sydney up to sunny Brisbane in Queensland for AusComicCon. So yeah, I'm just about to go and check in for my plane, so I'll see you shortly. So here I am in the bustling Queen Street Mall in Brisbane. I love this place. It's warm, even though I've got a jacket on. I'm going to remove this very quickly. A little bit warmer than Sydney. So yeah, I mean, there are definitely perks about travelling. I get to see some cool friends, meet some great people, and yeah, hanging out in Brizzy on a Friday night. Woohoo! Of course, the key to travelling away is having, a good wardrobe, and making sure you've got enough to take, enough clothes to wear. I think I've got it covered. Usual, small bag if you can, jeans, socks. Got my computer over there, and of course you need a variety of shirts. As you can see, I've got a variety of black t-shirts just in case. Sorry, that's my intro because I'm away from home and I don't have my normal computer with me with all my Flash, Final Cut Pro X effects and all sorts of things. So this is a real on the road video blog, and it's going to be short because I'm going to have to hold my hand up like this the whole time, or like change it over like this, and hopefully you can't see my hand. So yeah, like this week, as I said, I'm going to be talking about going away, and that's part of an actor's job, is traveling for work. Which is I'm doing at the moment. I mean, it's not all that bad. I get to spend time in a hotel, which is kind of cool. They've got a pool and they've got a gym and all sorts of things. You get to see some cool people, and it's really good to do something different. But of course, the other thing is that you leave family behind, and it can be a little bit disruptive as well. So, that's, I guess, the downside of traveling a lot. But I think it's like a lot of things with acting work. It has a lot of highs. And you get to go away a lot, and things are going really good when you're doing a job, but then you have to try and find ways to fill in the rest of the time. So I guess this blog is more about that, about how you maintain a normal sane life when you're not working. And I've talked to this for a few people, and just a reminder too that I'm going to have actors talk about themselves with John Callan coming up next week, which I've recorded, and also I had a chat with Graham McTavish yesterday, so that's going to be coming up in another few weeks as well. So I talked to them about all those sorts of things, but I think I've talked previously about creating your own work, and as an actor it's important to keep yourself creative, but obviously it's also very important to keep yourself fed. It's very important to have something else that you can do when you're not acting, which, to be honest, is kind of most of the time. At least you get it on a roll. The creativity is one thing. You need to feed that. We've talked about being fit, and being physically prepared for the role. That's another thing. But the other thing is like having like a balance, and that could be either like a financial balance, like if you can have someone who you work for who is I guess sympathetic to your acting career, that really helps. But also having something at home as well, trying to have some normality in life, because particularly with a big job like The Hobbit, it is kind of a that was a once in a lifetime experience, and normally life doesn't go like that. So it's really good to have some balance. I mean, like over the weekend we planted veggies in our garden, and that was a normal thing to do. So that's a really important part of an actor's life. But getting back to being away, like there's a few things. I obviously went through my clothing. That's one thing that that you have to pack. You have to get yourself done. I guess the thing I sometimes struggle with going away is trying to maintain like a regular schedule if I've got things to do, because you go away and then it can be quite tiring, and then you come back and you might have a little rest, and I guess it's about momentum. So something that I really haven't been that great at, which I'm trying to be really good at, is setting schedules, like giving yourself rest time. And I think that's kind of a thing with, like, if you're a freelancer in any way, everyone's chasing work, and you've got to take work when you can get it. And sometimes the trick is to schedule holidays and take time off and be okay with having time off. And that kind of can be a constant balance, because if you're not working, the one thing you're thinking about is trying to get work, and if you are working, you're just thinking about the job. So it's kind of hard to like not think of work at all, and that's kind of a hard thing to switch out of. So yeah, it is a balance. I mean, it's great to have people in your life that can balance you like that and have other priorities. I mean, that's a really big part of, I guess, any successful life, with work and family or friends, regardless if you're an actor or not. But yeah, like for me, having projects, and now I'm doing these video blogs and I'm doing the interviews. I mean, previously I'd be away for the weekend and I wouldn't do any work, but now I know, I've got this blog to do that I promised that I would do every week, and so that keeps me going. It stops me from going out and having too many beers and feeling rubbish the next day. It kind of keeps the momentum going. So yeah, I mean that's a little bit about traveling. What else could I say about traveling? Yeah, like there's whole lots of plain things. I don't know whether you drink on the plane or whether you like to eat everything, but keep hydrated, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep it pretty short today because it's been a long day and my hand's getting quite sore holding this phone because I don't have my proper equipment. But also, just don't forget, next week, actors talk about themselves. The next interview with John Callan, it's going to be coming up. And in the next couple of weeks, also Graham McTavish is coming up, and that was a great chat with him. Both of those guys, it was wonderful to catch up with. But yeah, the other thing too is I'm going to try and trying to do a live event on Facebook tomorrow at Oz Comic Con. Someone's going to try and set me up with that. Now, I say trying because I've never done it before and I don't know how it's going to go. So go to my Facebook page, Stephen Hunter Actor. And yeah, I think that's around, I don't know when my schedule is, but I think it's probably around lunchtime tomorrow, Australian time. But anyway, look out for the updates. I'll give you plenty of warning in advance. It could be in the middle of the night for some of you, so if it is, I apologise. But, I'll try and record it as well. But anyway, that's it for me. An actor travelling away for the weekend, We try and say it's work, but really it is quite a lot of fun. So have a good weekend, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.